There's something special about getting lost in the music. It's the parties we wait months for. We plan so far ahead that we've got our costumes together just perfectly for our big night. We show up, we have smiles on our faces, we let it all out, and we dance. Today's video is a fur boot tutorial, and this is for all of my ravers and candy kids out there, and I am totally wearing these to the next summer party that I'm going to in a few weeks. Trance has always helped me escape from the tough times in life, so the least we can do is look good while we're escaping it. Let's start with our fur boot tutorial. So first things first, you're going to have to go to your local fabric store and get 1 yard of fun fur. Then you're going to need some scissors, some liquid stitch, and that's just if you're going to be lazy, you can use that. You need actual yarn that matches the color of your fun fur, and you're going to need a needle for your thread. Then you're going to need some stretchy fabric, and this is what's going to keep the fun fur boot up on top of your leg and keep it from falling. Now lay out your fabric on the ground and make sure that the corners of the fabric are really evenly put together. I think the girl at the fabric store cut it a little crooked, but that's okay. Then get your scissors. Then you're going to take your scissors and cut down the folded side of the fabric. And this way you're going to create 2 separate pieces, and each piece is going to be 1 boot. Then take one of the pieces off and fold it up and just put it off to the side for now. Now this is the fun part. We're going to measure our leg to see how long we should make our boot and how wide. So what I do is I'll just take the fabric straight up, no patterns, no nothing, and I will just wrap it directly around my leg to try and get the best fit. What's so great about this is you can make these boots as wide or as thin as you need for your leg. And it really depends if you want to have them over the knee or below the knee. I'm just showing you right now the options. So I've decided to make my boots above the knee, so you can see that I'm just holding it right above to make sure that it fits perfectly. You want to give a little bit of room, maybe 1 to 2 inches, because that elastic will go in as well to hold them tightly to your leg. And you have to make sure that it's nice and snug at the top, and then it flares out nicely towards the bottom. You can see that there's a little bit of a triangular shape to the way I've folded the fabric. Once you've figured out the best spot to cut, grab your scissors and start cutting all the way down the fabric, just the way you have it placed. Again, make sure that you're giving yourself a really nice flare at the bottom so that it can fit over your shoes and make it nice and comfortable for you, and it falls really nicely that way. And you can see now that you have formed your first rave boot. Then follow the exact same process with the other side. Now lay out both of your cut pieces, and you're going to fold down the top part of each boot, and you want to use the tapered part at the top. This is where we're going to sew down the fabric, and then we're going to insert these elastic pieces to hold the boots up on our legs. And this way the elastic is nicely concealed. Then I'm going to cut it in half. And now I'm measuring this around my leg to make sure that it's the correct size, and I'm nice and comfortable so it's not hurting my leg. Now fold down the top piece and start sewing that piece down. Once you've sewn both sides down, grab a safety pin so that we can feed the stretchy fabric through the top part of our boots. I guess this is called elastic. I guess I really should have called it that, but oh well. And what I do is I take the safety pin and I put it through the top part of the band and I close it up. And then I take the safety pin and I start feeding it through the little fold that we made. Then I'll take the two pieces and I'll pin them together. And this way it makes it a lot easier for me to sew these two together so nothing slips and slides and the elastic doesn't go back through. So I'm just taking my needle and thread and sewing this together. Then I remove the pin and keep sewing. Then repeat the exact same process with the other fur boot and use the second piece of elastic. Now that the tops are done on your boots, now you can work on hemming the bottoms. This is totally up to you if you want to hem them with liquid stitch, or you can utilize a needle and thread and just do a regular hemming process. I find it a lot easier using the liquid stitch. So what you want to do is just get your shoes, measure your leg, and see how short you want your boots to be, and just fold up the bottom to the length that you want. So I didn't need to hem my boots because I wanted mine to be over the knee. So now I'm going to move on to the next step, which is the most exciting part of sewing the boots together. So I'm taking the hem from each side and making sure that it's perfectly straight with one another. That way I get a nice straight line and no bumps or lumps in my boots. Then I'm going to take my needle and thread and I'm going to start right at the very top where we put in our band. And make sure you do this top part really tight because the boot can sometimes come apart in that particular area. Now repeat the exact same process with the other boot. Once you've sewed up both boots, you are done. Now we get to fold the boots inside out. So just grab it from the top, pull it through, and voila! Now you have two beautiful Rave boots and you are done. and I'm gonna have a nap because that took me a long time. The key to life is dancing your way through it. Let it all out, because music heals everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have an amazing rave. Make sure to tag me on Instagram if you want to show me your rave boots. Take care, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!